when I was on SNL, people were always asking me for auction items. So I decided every time a guest host would come on, I get an auction item. So Paul McCartney was on. I had a page run downstairs and get the Magical Mystery Tour or one of the albums, and he would sign it. And then Kurt Cobain was on. And I had a page go down and get something for him, and he brought up a unauthorized biography of Kurt Cobain. So I gave it to Kurt Cobain, and he signed it. I didn't look at it for like a week or two, and I finally opened it up, and it looked like a third grader handwriting. It says, "I am not Liberace, Kurt Cobain." And then Carrie Fisher was a friend of mine, and she was bipolar. So there was a Psychology Today with her picture on the front and about her bipolarness. And I asked her if she would sign it. She signed it. And I thought, okay, this would be a good auction item. And I look at it about a week later, and it says, "Dear Kevin, you're an asshole. Love, Carrie." So I kept all those auction items, by the way.
You guys have so many people on the show. Like, who's the person that's been on the show that you would say you were most starstruck by?
Music-wise?
Or, yeah.
Oh, well, there's top three. It would be Paul McCartney, Mick Jagger, and James Taylor.
Wow.
I've always been a James Taylor fan. I play the guitar, and I've always tried to figure out his finger-picking style. With the record, I put the needle down, and it took forever. So when he's on the show, I'm like, oh, my God, it's James Taylor. I've gone to like 100 of his concerts. I was like a deadhead for James Taylor. And he's there, and we're standing at the craft service table where you get food, and there's donuts, and he comes over, and I'm like shaking. And I start talking to him. I ask him how he formed a chord. Do you use your pinky when you make that chord? Yeah, I do. Oh, damn, that's too hard for me. So we're talking for a while, and he says, I say this a lot, but I sure would love to get together again. I say that a lot to people, but I think we should. And he gave me his phone number, and a week later, I go to pick him up at his apartment. It was like a date. I take the elevator up. It opens up into his apartment. He's there with his jacket on. He's holding a little dog. He puts the dog down, and we leave, and he wants to go to a Cuban restaurant on Broadway. I hate Cuban food. It makes me sick. I get sweaty. And I didn't say no, though. I said, yeah, let's go do that. That sounds good. So we go to get Cuban food, and we eat, and we're talking. I don't remember a thing about what we talked about. And we walk back to his apartment. And now I'm thinking, do I kiss him when I get there? Do I hug him? What do I go? How am I going to end this? And since then, we kind of, had done a lot of things together. I went to Martha's Vineyard to record his getting ready for a tour. And he shared a cabin next to ours on Martha's Vineyard because his house is getting renovated. And he came over, and he put his song list down on the table, saying, I wonder what songs do you think I should do for this? And I'm like, I can't believe he's asking me what songs he should do. And the last one was called Lonesome Road, Walk Down the Lonesome Road, which he played at Belushi's funeral service. And I said, thinking like a comic, I think, well, maybe you don't want to end on a down note like that. Like maybe, something big. He goes, no, I'm ending with that one. That's mine. So, all because of SNL. That was huge for me.